Good evening. Thank you for watching. So tonight I am just making a quick pork fried rice. So I already cooked up my white rice. So you cook that up separately, just like you normally would. Proportionary with rice, it's usually like 1 cup rice and 2 cups water, and then a couple tablespoons of butter and seasoned with salt and pepper. As you can see here. And I made extra because for my meal tomorrow, I'm making a stir fry. And that's going to be tasty too. It's a pork stir fry, and I'll explain that to you in a second. But I want to get this cooking. All right. So with pork fried rice, so I just diced up my pork. Okay, as you can see, yes, I use large pots. We all know I like space, so everything can cook evenly. So, and then I diced up diced up 1 onion and 3 stalks of celery, which is what we're gonna add to the uncooked pork. We're gonna let it all cook together in olive oil and salt and pepper, a little garlic powder, onion powder. I don't use my standard mixed seasoning that I like to talk about, that I have already made, set aside, because sometimes those seasonings don't apply. Okay, so we all know a typical mirepoix is celery, carrots, and onions. Go ahead, add carrots if you want. I'm making this very quick. That's why I cook it all together. So simple. So, let's see if I can get this. I'm so excited. I got my new little stand here for my camera, so it works a little bit better. Because I am not good with this stuff. All right, so we're just gonna add the celery and onions to our uncooked pork. We are going to drizzle our olive oil or extra virgin olive oil, whichever one. Okay, probably like 3 tablespoons. Okay, season with salt. Be careful of the salt because pork is naturally salty, so you can always add more salt later. And also, there's a little bit of soy sauce that we add to this, and soy sauce is also salty, so a lot of sodium. Be careful. Pepper, a little garlic powder. Oopsie. I don't think I'm gonna add onion powder actually to this. So, just turning this on. Okay. And where is the spoon that I like? Can't find it, so this will do. So just toss this all together. Oopsie. Man, I'm going crazy tonight. It's flying everywhere. All right. Okie dokie. So just so you see what it looks like. Yeah. All right. And then I am going to go ahead and cover this and let that cook evenly. It really doesn't take long, a couple of minutes. Ooh, I wanted to show you also, the other day I made the mango cream little ice cubes, and I didn't get back to you with how they look. They turned out really tasty. However, I added too much cream. So to make them more flavorful, do like 3/4 of mango nectar, orange juice, whatever you want, and then just a little bit of cream. But you can see, I just took them out, added them in my little baggie, and they're little bite size. Really yummy. Refreshing if you're sitting outside. So I did that, and I love having them on hand. Also, you know what? You know how they have those baby thingies? You put something inside them, and the baby can suck on them so that they're not choking, but they're getting the juices from it. This is perfect. My son loves it. So it's got, I wonder if I have it handy. Yeah, probably not. Of course. No, don't know what it is. Where it is, but yeah, you can put one of these in it, let him suck on it, and that way they don't choke or anything. He loves it. And then tomorrow, I've got to do some more baby food. But I'm also gonna do some more ice cubes. I'm gonna make watermelon. So like when I cut the watermelon, just save the juice, add the juice to the ice cubes. I'm big on seltzer now that I'm trying to be healthier, lose weight, and not drinking soda, which is really difficult actually, especially like I used to be an alcoholic, recovered alcoholic. It's a lifelong journey, so you have to find things that are going to help you along the way. I still have to have that fizz. I love it. So, oh, what I did find, I showed you also this like ice thing. All right, so you pop this out. Look at how cool this looks. So this is ice. I simply filled it halfway with water and put a little food coloring, let it freeze, and then I did the rest. And so, pop this right into your cup. I don't have the right size cups, whatever, you get the idea. If you had the right size cup, it would look so cool. And it's it's cheap. It's just water and a little dash of food coloring. What I want to do is I want to take little fruit pieces and put them in there, but I don't have the time for that right now. So, just dump your seltzer right, as long as it doesn't explode on me. Always does. I'm gonna dump it right in here. So you see like how it looks really cool. This is an amazing idea for a mocktail or a cocktail, but like I said, I don't drink. So for me, what I will probably do later on this week is I'll create a mocktail with this idea. And look at the effect. If you are in the restaurant industry, this is a great selling aspect. And also if you're just entertaining at home, it makes you look really cool. Didn't cost anything. So, I could slice a couple strawberries, put it in there, but I just like the look. And ice cold, obviously, because it's an ice cube. Love it. All right. So, what's funny is I was watching these videos that I'm trying to do myself, and I work from home. I sit in a chair all day, and it's easy to lose your posture, which I try really hard not to do. But I notice in these videos, you really watch yourself and analyze and critique, which I do. I've done to that myself my entire life. Very self-critical. Don't do that. But my back, when I notice I turn around, it looks like I have I'm hunched over. I'm not trying to stand up straight or anything. Just so you know, I have scoliosis really bad in my back. So it's not that I am like this hunched over, whatever, not trying to work on my posture. It physically isn't possible with the way scoliosis is. If you suffer from that, so you understand. All right, so we've got our pork and our celery and onions simmering away, looking delightful. Let me see if I can get a closer look here for you. Okay. And you can just smell that. It's so good. Oopsie. I'm getting used to this stand here. I accidentally hit the light button. All right. So let me just stir this up one more time. It really, like I said, this does not take long, folks. All right. The pork is already cooked through. And once your onions kind of have that clear look to them, that's when they're done. They're not mush. They still have that crunch, but it's good. All right. So what we're gonna do now, we're not gonna drain anything. You'll see in the bottom of the pan the liquid from the renderings from the vegetables and the pork. You want that flavor incorporated in your rice. Okay, so now I'm just going to add my rice to my giant wok, which love the room. Okay, let's see here. Trying to get it so you guys can see. All right. So you just add your rice. I'm not thrilled with this rice because I'm a sucker. I love Uncle Ben's. That's the name brand that I love. I love it. But I went with a little bit cheaper brand, one that was on sale. All right, so you're just gonna incorporate the rice to your pork and vegetable mixture, as I am doing. All right. And you don't want the heat too high. We don't want this sticking or burning. Once I get this incorporated, I'll show you what it looks like. Oopsie. Just spilled some. I wish my cats like people food. You know, these are the first cats I've ever had that don't like people food. That's one thing pets are good for. Clean up, but not mine. No. They can't do that for mama. No. All right. Okay, so incorporated. All right, now we're gonna add a little bit of soy sauce to this. And honestly, it's been so long since I've made this, I don't know the measurements, so we're just gonna go by taste today. And then I'll let you know. So let's first start with about a 1/4 cup. All right, just drizzle that all in there. Okay. And then also you add cooking wine. It's sherry. This is in the store, no alcohol. Okay, it's sherry. It adds a gravy. You're gonna also add about a 1/4 cup. And this is why when you're making the rice for this, you can leave it a little less cooked than you normally would because it's gonna have this extra liquid to it. Okay. So stir that all up. And then finally, the last thing, and then everything I make is from my mom, and you'll get to see that. Okay, so what she taught me when I was a kid is you make this kind of like a volcano. I don't know if she did that just to make it fun for me as a kid, or if it's what you're supposed to do, but this is what I've done since I was a kid. All right, so you see how I made like the hole in there? So, because of the amount of rice that I have, I'm gonna take 2 eggs. Okay. I actually should have beat these up beforehand, so that's what I'm gonna do real quick. You know what, I'm gonna add 3. Why not? It really doesn't matter, it's just the flavor. Okay. Sorry, my back is to you right now. All right. So I'm just gonna beat this up. I put this in the bowl that I used for my onions and celery. Doesn't matter. 1 second. Okay, so we're just beating this up. Oh man, looking at this, my nails are shot. See, I did some mulching and some gardening today too, so yeah, nails, don't care. Gotta get her done. All right. So you just dump this right in the middle of that little volcano. All right. I turned it off for a second so that it just wouldn't risk burning. All right, so you turn that back on. Okay. Now I want you to see. So I'm just letting it sit there for a second. And then, because what it is you don't want rice to just stick together. You know, be cakey. So by doing this, the eggs cook up a little bit by themselves, and then you just incorporate them slowly. Okay, so see how it's starting to bubble around the edges? Okay, so we're just gonna start just, you know, stirring it around a little bit. And then you see how it's starting to cook at the bottom, and then that's okay. The rice is gonna slowly fall into it. That's what's supposed to happen. And then you get your chunks of egg into your pork fried rice. Look at how it's cooking up there. And like I said, if you like a lot of eggs, add more. It doesn't really matter. Okay. See? Let that sit for a second. I love cooking with woks. I don't know why. Just always have. And like I said, tomorrow I'm making a stir fry. It's a pork stir fry made with beets, fresh ginger, garlic, broccoli rabe, and yeah, probably a couple other vegetables. All right. And what's great is because you have the sweet beets, and then you have the bitterness from the broccoli rabe, and it works out. You'll see. Okay. All right. So this is when at the stage you see it starts to pretty much be cooked. Okay. All right. So now we're just gonna just incorporate it throughout. Okay. And something that I also did the other day when I was making my baby food was I showed you how to shave the skin of the asparagus so that you don't get that graininess in your baby food. But don't throw those skins out. I don't know what I did with the lighting here. But anyway, don't throw them out because look at what I did. I froze them, and they make awesome garnish because I believe every garnish should be edible. And these are. You can saute them a little bit, make them a little crispy, put them on top of whatever. Awesome garnish. So, a few things that I'm following up on from the other day. We got the ice cubes, we've got this, and we've got our pretty mocktail here. And we've got our pork fried rice. And it is done. I just turned off the burner. So, there you go. Finished product. Thanks so much for tuning in. More to come. Have a great night.